Yeah, I'm Wuwei. Yesterday, I was talking about that I want to tell the story about reincarnation and whether the Buddhist way of thinking that they can stop the reincarnation or not, and whether reincarnation actually is true or not. But I didn't get a chance. I played tennis and didn't get a chance during the different in between the section of playing the tennis. So I would like to explain a little bit, just kinds of the thought come across my mind, because I'm writing the book talking about all the scientific base of our foundation about ESP, extrasensory perception. So I cannot relieve too much information for everything at the moment because you know that it's all my hard research with my own personal experience with experiences through all the near-death experience, out-of-body experience, and the psychic experience. I like to research on things on my own experience rather than based on any other people's writing or books or the hearsay. And I cannot trust other people's hearsay or their story because once as a person you experience that type of psychic experience, you know that there are a lot obstacle you need to channel through in order to know the real enlightenment. Got the enlightenment to know the real truth. It's so easy to be elusive and then to be misunderstanding the situation. So, what's the reincarnation? First of all, we can talk about what's the phenomena of reincarnation. So, I believe most of the time when the people talk about reincarnation, it's because someone have experienced something that does not happen in their life and could be confirmed when they do some research or get involved with the scientists. They found that that impression or that type of set of memory is really the things that happened from other people's life, and they remember a place they didn't go, and they remember some instant about life that they have experienced for a certain town, a certain street or house or whatever, and eventually they found that it is confirmed, it really existing. Those type of memory has the backup of the real existing places, time, and even persons that's involved. So what that mean? Uh, so they think that, oh, that means you have lived a life in the past. Is that true? After my research on my own experience, because I have seen vision, I have experienced near-death experience and out-of-body experience, and all different type of psychic experience like precognition and remote viewing, and you know uh, all those type of things. And then I come to the understanding that it's all about information. It's like uh, you have a computer that is has died out, and it will not work because of ran out of battery and ran out of memory, and even without a CPU or a drive of the memories, like a human being when they die, they don't have any more energy, but the life that they have experienced have the information that through their living thinking that generate the brain wave, and then you know during the generation of the brain wave, it have the effect that make a mark in the space with the data information, because when we think, we generate EM, electromagnetism, generate information and all the data, and then such kinds of information and data will be carried by photons, and you know um, to be installed somewhere in this world. It's just like some memory has been installed in the external drive, but when this computer die out, you don't have energy, you don't have battery, so it would not work, it would not be remember about the events that that experience that computer have experienced. So whenever there is a time that this old set of memory has been with the drive that has been you know accidentally getting installed in another computer, that it so happened that uh, you know in one of the million case probability, or one in 10 million, 100 millions probability that it so happened to become compatible, then all of a sudden this computer have the battery, of course, new battery energy, and another computer got, be compatible with this set of memory, like the external drive with all the memory. It so happened that they're compatible, then they become activated by accident. So at that moment, the old memory from another computer would be revealed. But is that the same computer? Means is that the same person that relived their life? Is the same computer lived their life? No, it's just about the data of the memory. So when you have such kinds of memory, people have the illusion that, oh, it's a reincarnation, because unless you live that life before, you cannot memorize anything. Well, isn't that is the misunderstanding or absurdity? Think about computer. Okay, the new computer does not need to live the old computer. They just need to have the memory. So the memory, if for any reason transfer or transmit to the new computer, and so happen that have compatibility, and can reactivate that part of the memory in the drive, or in the CPU or whatever, then the computer will, got the memory. But usually the human being is, being trained to use their five senses rather than the sixth sense. So that's why they are trained, they are cultivated to block such kinds of subtle subconsciousness information. So that's why usually they have such kinds of little memory in their dream, and they will ignore it. And even though sometimes during the night, when their five senses are weak, and they see the vision or see some memory, especially when the time is dark, or the place is very dark. The reason for that is because when you see the vision, you cannot be disturbed with the light, shooting inside your eye socket, because usually the channel is the photon going to your eyes or to see things. But when the moment that the vision that has been manifested, then it's the other way around, the reverse process of the eyesight, that the light, the ray, the beam is shooting out from the inside of your socket to project the hologram. So that's like playing projecting movie, or playing a movie. But if your eyes is exposed, if your eyes are exposed on the bright light, and you will not see things come out from your eyes. It's only during the nighttime, or the best things is when you close your eyes in the darkness, or use your eyes, you see a movie that shocks you because it's so vivid, so beautiful, and so much dynamic movement, and so much color that you felt like a vision. Witnesses, but actually, usually when it's really the reverse process, and it will only have 3 different color, and most of the times one color change into another color, and another color just green, blue, red. Okay, those 3 colors is because of your eyes structure, and the construction of your eyes with the receptor. There's 3 different type of receptor in your inside your eyes. So my own opinion, and my theory, and my evidence, and my confirmation, and my witness about reincarnation things is just that you accidentally received information from a memory of another person who may be living in another place, or may be lived in the past, and because information can transmit without time and distance, so very quickly, very fast, and it's very amazing. So reincarnation is actually the set of memory to be transmitted from the space, and that's generated from another person's memory, or the eyesight's witnessing, or seeing things, and then because when they see some place or some scenes, when they have the emotional got involved and think very intensively, and then they will generate a great power with that information, and they meet out as a group of memory, then will stay somewhere as a group of witness. And so if you're compatible, then you would receive that information if you focus enough for that targeted object, or targeted event, or so happen all of a sudden you think the same way, and the same event, also same topic, subject, and that when break through the same channel, then the information will be downloaded to your brain, and actually it's through your scientific soul. That means the magnetic soul body. So it's not the life you have lived, and people have that kinds of illusion that or someone see vision during their near-death experiences. That means there's heaven there. You know why the people would see heaven? Last time I could explain it. Actually, during the near-death experience, whatever you intentionally see, or accidentally, by nature, tend to think about that type of things, and then you will see whatever you're thinking, you're feeling. It will come onto your vision. So that's why some people see heaven, some people see hell. There's no heaven, there's no hell. But there is a vision, there is information. The hell for some people is that your vision with your memory and the soul perception, and your soul information, and the and the group of your soul memory getting together and experience internal I'm willing and very passive turning around, because it's like a atom, it's very passive and being turned around into a turbulence without your subjective consciousness, and you're so passive and being moved without any liberation, and that's the eternal burning hell that the people try to explain when they don't have the education and the knowledge, as what we usually have in this modernized society. So my meaning is that the Buddhists try to stop the circle of the reincarnation. It may work, because if you try to do more meditation and try to ignore the sixth sense information, and then nothing would really come onto you. But if you just do the meditation like the Buddhists doing, a lot of phenomena that happen for the Buddhist experience, that when they do the meditation, especially when they do it for too long, and during the middle of the night, they see vision. They feel that they can fly. Why? And this is all the same situation that your experience with your soul perception, with your soul, and experience the turbulence and the wave of the information currents that's flying around you, that you feel that you are flying out from your body, but that's not true. Okay, yeah. So be scientific, not be superstitious, but there's something that is there. In another dimension, there's a consciousness, something that the people think that it is a God that there, but actually that's the information, that's the consciousness, that's the knowledge center that have a consciousness interaction with the human being when you are blocking your five senses and let the sixth sense to be manifested, and then you could experience it, but they are not that type of all-power God. There is no all-power God. Come on, make sense, have sense. Did you see any sign that the all-power God generate the universe? You don't have knowledge, and then you think, the universe, making a universe is so big a task without a God. It cannot be generated. Things like that. That's kinds of, beneath the education on the current human society. Think about science. Things could happen by accidents. And universe. We may be living inside many universes that we didn't know. The dimension here, dimension there, dimension there. Yeah, and it's all about energy, about atom, and even smaller than atom, but I'm not going into that. Just learn a little bit quantum physics. I don't like sometimes we need to be religious to think about God and try to assist God and try to see God, but not just try to be greedy to make use of God to bestow everything to us. That's not true, and that would not happen. Human being has a wisdom, but need to be enlightened and to be more intuitive and more deep in thinking, and learn science and decode the myth, rather than fall into the trap of the mysteriousness. That's the one.